Aman, look, you have to look at the global setup and Nvidia, how far Nvidia can actually carry. And not that global markets were in, Nasdaq was in any kind of a tizzy. Now it's Nvidia, and now going forward, you need to look at what will happen from FOMC. So Nvidia numbers are important. They will give fillip to the market, and then you got Jackson Hole. So can Nvidia numbers really carry the global markets forward, or could a dampener from FOMC in a sense have an impact on how markets would move later this week? So frankly, from a global market narrative standpoint, there is no bad news. There is incremental positive news. It's not going to be having impact in terms of dragging the markets down. Suddenly, if we come on the right side of the Jackson Hole, then the market macro concerns which have surfaced up around US 10-year paper, US bond yield, China slowdown, the narrative could start changing. So today, global markets would take a sigh of relief because of Nvidia numbers. The impact of that would be felt on the way how Indian markets will open today, and then starting tomorrow, and then over the entire weekend, it would be all about Jackson Hole, where markets are hoping to understand that, what kind of spin the US Fed would give in terms of understanding how the course of the commentary would be. So I don't think global markets are going to suck the momentum out. Similarly, global markets are not likely to inject a lot of momentum on the upside. It's status quo with a positive bias when it comes to the global setup.
Yeah, because for the last 3 trading sessions, you've had the global market handover been very, very strong, both from the US, Asia, as well as Europe too. But talking about our markets, Nikunj, it's such a tight range that we've been in for the last 5 trading sessions almost just about 100 points, and sometimes not even as much on a daily day from the lows to the highs.
See, Aisha, you have 2 things which are at play yesterday. I mean, one, you did see incremental buy figure from foreign institutional investors, and second, you got a big uptick in the bank nifty. And now there's news in Reliance in terms of how they are valuing the retail arm. All these 3 factors put together, which is a mild bout of short covering, price action, constructive price action in the bank nifty and Reliance, and little bit of global support. Can these factors align themselves, and can markets now nudge to the upper end of the range? Well, this market is not really giving you a very clear direction. We are stuck in a range. There are days it appears that the range would be challenged on the downside, but thankfully that is intact. Similarly, there are days where you think that the range will be breaking out on the upside, something or the other goes wrong. So markets are stuck in a range. But this combination of factors which I mentioned, which is decent global cues, bout of short covering supported by bank nifty, FI turn net bias, and news and Reliance. Can these 4 factors come around and take the markets to, can the range decisively break? That's how you would look at the market. For the small and the mid cap stocks, look, those indices are making a new high on a daily basis. Mid cap index hit an all-time high earlier this week. Small cap index, I think, is 1% away from an all-time high. You can't find too many fault lines when you are making new high on the market. There are no large triggers or cues. Individual stocks have to be monitored in that basket, but this combination of 4 things I said, is that good enough to take the markets higher? Let's see.